My name is Dan Callahan. I'm a licensed social worker and an addictions professional at the master's level. I started in behavioral health in 1983. I was a child care worker, and I worked my way through over the course of years. And in 1997, I went back to school to become a master's of social work. In 97 or 98, I was the program director at a not-for-profit on Long Island, and we brought in software that was supposed to help us with our record keeping and a whole litany of other things. And it was extremely clunky. The navigation was really difficult, and there was a lot of duplicate data. You were putting the same things in over and over again. Back to 2013, I was the CEO of a treatment facility in Florida, and I looked at all the products that were out there. And they were nothing more than really digital filing cabinets. They too were real clunky. They were built on platforms that, to me, it just didn't make any kind of sense. And they were hard to figure out how to use them. So we put our heads together and we wanted to put a product out that was easy to use, simple to navigate, and actually helped in areas like patient safety, clinical decision support. So we wanted to build tools that actually help the clinician and help the user to make their job easier, more efficient, save time, and allow the people to do the work with clients and with people rather than focusing on the technical stuff like paperwork and these other areas. So people don't become social workers to be a paper worker. People become a social worker because they're great at people skills. They want to help people. And sitting at a computer and having to retype over and over again doesn't really cut the mustard. One of the main issues that we face as a clinical director is, first of all, we become clinical directors because we want to assist younger clinicians to become great clinicians. So we want to serve our community, we want to serve our agency, and we become a clinical director, and all of a sudden our desks pile high with paperwork. So we have to not only review every document that's signed off on by a clinician, but we have to review it and sign it ourselves. So that is a major issue for the clinical director. Their top skill, which is working with people and helping to develop young clinicians to become great clinicians, is not utilized because all they're doing is focusing on what did this clinician do yesterday, and so they could sign off, review, approve, and sign off. If it's not correct, they need to send it back to that clinician and ask the clinician to then sign off on it. So we built tools inside of ZenCharts. We have a signature wizard. You come in, you go to your dashboard in the morning, you can look at all the group notes from yesterday and sign off on them with a click of the mouse. You can look at every single document. You review the document. Let's say it's a biopsychosocial. I can review the bio. If there's something in there that I do not like or is not correct to our standards, there's a little comment button. I click the comment. The comment gets sent now to the clinician. Clinician resolves that, sends it back, and now it goes back into my queue to review and sign. As a clinician, one of the issues is you're working with people all day long. So you come in the morning, you start your day, and as soon as your patients show up for the clinical portion of the day, you're on it. And one issue that I found is what we call memory fatigue. So you cannot possibly remember everything that you need to do during a day. All right, you could set lists and all this, but we wanted to make that more, we wanted to leverage technology so that people get notified what they need to do, when they need to do it, and if they don't do it, the supervisor will then get notified as well. So we have really a process that allows the clinician to do what they do best, work with people, and not forget to do the things they need to do for compliance and patient safety. Treatment plans excite me. The way we have our treatment plan built, we utilize the Wiley data, and we allow for individualized treatment plans. There's no reason for, and it's probably one of the largest knocks from a regulator or the accrediting bodies, that treatment plans aren't individualized. So we built a tool to help the clinician as well as the patient to develop a treatment plan, a process, a direction plan for them to go in their treatment. And it's basically selecting data from predefined lists and then changing that data or then personalizing that data to the client's needs. Taking the time, looking at what are the issues that the client faces, discussing with the client what is it that you want, what are you looking for with this treatment episode, and then specifically identifying each one of those objectives and each strategy or intervention that the client will use or the therapist will utilize to address those needs. It's a phenomenal tool. No two treatment plans are ever the same, which helps in individualizing a treatment episode for the client or with the client. So who's a good fit for ZenCharts? Any facility or outside agency that utilizes documentation. If you're accredited, if you whether you use insurance or you accept insurance or you don't accept insurance, facilities like eating disorder clinics, outpatient facilities, psychiatric facilities, mental health facilities, any behavioral health type of facility, substance use disorder, obviously, medical detox, any type of withdrawal management, whether that's inpatient or outpatient. So I'd like to invite you to a personalized live demo of our product. Take a look, see what we have to offer, and see how we can benefit you and your team.